Bama Nation, what's going on? It's your boy, Coach Smook. We have breaking news. So run the likes up on this video because you will not be disappointed with this new commitment that we just earned in the likes of Darrell Duke Johnson, class of 2025. He's listed as an athlete on some websites. He's a 4-star. He's going to be a 5-star, rated 5-star on some websites. This young man, this commitment is huge for the University of Alabama. One, Kalen DeBoer and this staff are showing that they are going to continue to be a force in the recruiting game, even with moving from the Northwest region down to the Southeast, coming to the SEC, competing against the powers of Georgia, LSU, Florida, Auburn, all of these schools who have usually been able to make their mark when they've had opportunities. Alabama and this new staff are not holding back. They're not stepping down from maintaining the standard and retaining high-level recruiting classes. With this pickup, I am curious to see how much this increases the overall rating in this early stages of recruiting and getting commitments from this this 2025 class. So let's jump right into it and let's look at some of his film and let's show you exactly why I'm so excited about having Darrell Duke Johnson commit to the speed off the edge is the first thing that you notice with this young man. I mean, just straight up speed off the edge, tenacity. He secures the tackle. He likes to play in space. I mean, you can literally line this young man up anywhere on the field. Some sites had him listed as a quarterback. Some sites had him listed as a linebacker, free safety. You see him at running back. Look at how he can do whatever. Put him on the field and let him play. Alabama is recruiting him as an edge, and you will see right here on this play why. His ability to just dissect the play and attack. He doesn't wait for the play to continue to develop. He makes the offense make a decision. And usually because of his film study and talking with the young man, very smart when it comes to the IQ part of the game. Something that you need to have a lot of to play in this 4-2-5 scheme. A lot of responsibility on the edge, on the linebackers, the Mike linebacker, the Sting, on the Bandit, on the Wolf, whichever linebacker. There's a lot of responsibility on these guys, and these guys have to have a high-end IQ. They have to be able to get in there and study film. You look at this guy's highlights, you look at this young man's highlights, and you will see that he is a student of the game. His tracking ability is there. The pursuit, his angles that he takes on the pursuit are there. Just look how quick he fires off the edge. I mean, just drops back. Look at his angles. He sees, he attacks, and he secures. Lined up, what is he at? Oh, he's locked up on the slot. Comes off of the slot, split in coverage. I think if you all remember a play last year against Tennessee, we had Chris Braswell out in space, did a good job covering. Now with edge rushers like this that can play big on the edge of the line of scrimmage, play in space, also go out to cover. A guy like Duke Johnson kind of eliminates the need to switch out personnel as much. He's a rangy guy. He can be in on big sets. He can be on small sets, cover sets, blitz sets. Like, this is the type of linebacker that you have seen across the board currently in this 25 class that this coaching staff has been targeting on the regular. Let's look at some more of his highlights. Everywhere on the field, he never stops pursuing to the ball. No play do you see Duke Johnson taking a break in any of these highlights. And they're not all huge hits. This is just a young man who understands the value of being in the right place at the right time, executing. Hustle player, gets the block on the field goal. I mean, these are small things that you want to see from an incoming freshman who I have personally talked to, and he has a chip on his shoulder. He's tired of being overlooked. You look at this young man's film, you look at his explosiveness, and this film right here does him no justice. You should see his sophomore highlights. Just a playmaker, a true playmaker. You could put him anywhere on the field, and he's going to make a play. Big playability on the offense and defense side. Look, gets in between the pass, intercepts it, dragging a big old offensive lineman on his back 15 yards downfield after he catches an interception. Physicality is what I'm most excited about when it comes to a lot of these linebackers in this class. Darrell Duke Johnson is definitely one of the highly touted ones, one of the guys that I've been waiting to commit to the University of Alabama. Having those conversations with him, knowing what his desires was, his desire to be the best linebacker, his desire to be the best player on the field. Like, you could see it in every clip. This young man plays with a tenacity. I'm telling you guys. Him being added to this class adds a lot more value. You look at the likes of Miles Johnson. We should be having another linebacker recruit that was recently on the show, the Smook Scoop, earlier this week. We should be getting that pickup here soon, coming this week. I'm excited. I mean, this class is just shaping up. And for those that said Kalen DeBoer cannot recruit and this staff can't recruit, look at this talented guy right here. Right out of the state of Georgia. Dodge County, not a huge area, but he's out there dominating in this facet of the game, in this region. He's being highly sought after. Look at the pursuit. Look at the angles. Look at the speed, the closing speed on a lot of these stretch plays and a lot of these angle plays, these zone reads. This young man has done his film study, and he is sure about his decision making. He's not second guessing his decision. He's seeing the ball and he's attacking. I'm excited for this young man to be joining the Alabama Crimson Tide. I think above all, he's probably going to end up being the highest rated athlete in this class. You look at his range. I mean, you could line him up at strong safety right now as an incoming freshman in the 25 class. Look at him. Look how he's always in the right spot. He's baiting people. Jesus Christ, man. And he's not a small kid. I think Duke is really, I seen him on campus a few weeks ago when he was there for his official visit, his first official visit on a Friday. It was the first week of spring practice. He showed up that Friday, and he looks like he's about 6'3", pushing 6'4", a solid 215, 220. He's going to grow into that frame a little bit more. He's probably going to end up being 6'5" when it's all said and done. Long arms, just rangy. You see what number he's wearing? Number 15. Reminds you, not necessarily the same type of explosion and type of discipline and skill sets off of the edge, but he gives you that same type of feel and energy. You put him in the hands of the likes of Christian Robertson, Freddie Roach, Kane Womack, those guys, those that can teach you how to add to your pass rush arsenal, right? Not just only rely on your speed, but start adding some of those swim moves, some of those spin offside of those chop moves. I mean, the young man is strong. I think he's squatting right at 485, 475, bench pressing 255, 260. I mean, and he's steadily growing. So I love to see what he's bringing to the table. I mean, I'm happy about having Duke Johnson as a signee, y'all. This is huge for Alabama Nation. This is huge for this whole signing class. I honestly believe that Alabama is shaping up to end up with possibly a top 3, if not top 2 class with these early commits and these early signees out of the 25 class. Darrell Duke Johnson is just one of those commits that I am very excited to have. You look at his range, his ability, you honestly don't know where to put him on the defensive side of the ball. Strong safety, linebacker, edge, inside, it doesn't matter. Like, he has that type of range. He's the best athlete in this class. I mean, the best athlete. If you want to talk about athlete that can play on both sides of the ball, he's the best athlete. But Alabama recruiting him as an edge. He just fits the mold. He fits the mentality. I can't wait to see what this young man does once he joins the Crimson Tide next year when he comes on campus. I think this staff has everybody that's committing on lock. We will see, though. It's early, but let's not hesitate to celebrate. Shouts out to Darrell Duke Johnson. And I'm Coach Smook of Bama Football on YouTube. Tune in for the next breaking news. And when you want to think Alabama football news, think of Bama Football on YouTube. Catch you with the next one. Roll Tide.